What's going on, everybody? GameStradamus here, giving you guys a little taste of Dirt 3 here. I wanted to get some footage up before I rebuilt my computer. Might do some Uncharted 3 beta. That's pretty fun, and that just came out as well. But Dirt 3, very fun game. If you are a racing fan, I highly recommend checking this out. Like I said in my last video, Dirt 2 is probably my favorite racing game that I've ever played up to this point, besides maybe like when I played Gran Turismo 1 or 2 back in the day. But I really enjoy the rally racing. It's just so much more exciting, especially like the sprints where you're not like doing the same laps or on the same track and you don't really know what's coming. You're like listening to your partner like, oh, left 1, right 2, and you're like fuck, it's gonna be a tight turn, it's gonna be a shallow turn, you know, and like you're jumping over bridges and all different crap. It's way more exciting. I have no idea why rally racing is not just so much more exciting or like popular in this country, you know, especially with how popular video games are and some other sports. NASCAR just seems really boring. Or at least, you know, making an engineering battle, like I said in my last video, sorry to go over this again, but you know, don't have restrictor plates, don't have any bullshit, just make it, you know, a battle of engineers and just see what people can come up with. That'd be kind of exciting, or at least more entertaining. But anyway, yeah, Dirt 3, very, very fun. This is probably one of the better camera angles to race at, I think, in my opinion. It's just so much more exciting. I go through a couple of them. In the cockpit is definitely an awesome way to race, especially if you had a racing wheel, which I do not have. But if you had one of those awesome like racing chairs, that would be a fun experience. Especially because they added a lot of the like particle effects and weather effects you'll see in this next truck rally racing here. Like when you're driving behind trucks, there's all that snow kick up, and when you're going fast and you're going around turns and whatever, especially in the cockpit view or in that like under the car view, you can't really see sometimes, and it's just so sporadic, but a lot of fun. It kind of has like an arcade racing feel to it. I mean, I've never driven a rally car, but I don't know, the controls seem like they're maybe a little more forgiving. You know, rally cars have a lot of power and a lot of control, so maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I find this game to be very, very entertaining. They have a lot more different game types and that kind of stuff. I did not get to check out multiplayer because I did not buy this game. I rented this game, and so I had to get one of those lovely EA play passes to unlock multiplayer, which is bullshit. And I kind of want to talk about that for the rest of this video, so why you enjoy some more racing. The play passes, and I'm sure you guys have seen these now. When you rent a game or even buy it, whatever, it's like, oh, to unlock multiplayer, or to unlock leveling up a multiplayer, or the rest of the campaign, or whatever, you have to enter this play pass code, which is like 20 bucks. And it's a way for the game developers and publishers to capitalize on the used game market because they don't see any money back from those used game sales. So now they're kind of trapping GameStop and these other companies that do a lot of money in used game sales to sell their games cheaper so that they can charge these play passes, which is kind of fucked up in a way. It's very capitalistic at its finest. I don't know if you realize this, but like GameStop, for example, they do $10 billion in game sales a year, which is just ridiculous. And 40% of that is used game sales. So there's a lot of money in used game sales. It's like $4 billion. So, you know, these game developers and publishers are like, well, we want some of that. You know, and the gamers' argument's like, well, that's bullshit. It's like if you made better quality games that had more longevity, better multiplayer, more polished, we would keep these games and play them longer, and you just give us downloadable content, whatever, rather than, you know, another generic half-ass game, which we're like, all right, we get over it, and then we want to get rid of it, which I think is fair. If you make a shitty game, then you shouldn't be trying to, like, sucker people into paying more for it. So I have the side of the gamers on that one. I think that's kind of silly. I feel like you'll see a lot more like MMO type games and that kind of stuff coming out, just because the publishers and the developers can control more of that and charge for every little thing and whatever. Which I don't know. I do like MMOs, and I think that's definitely the future of all games. I am just waiting for the first successful first-person shooter MMO. That's going to be a blast. Please, Blizzard, be making that. But the play passes, I kind of want to hear your opinion on that. Because I kind of think it's annoying at times that you have to pay extra money for a game that you probably already paid $40 or $50 used, or, you know, however much. So anyway, I think that's kind of lame, but you guys can you guys can argue about that. Here's a little taste of that drift, like a drift mode. This is just one of them. There's a couple different types. This is like like you're on a course, but there's some other ones where you have like obstacles and different things you're like trying to pass through. So they added a lot more depth for these kind of challenges, which is fun. And this car is a lot of fun to drive around. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll be back soon. Take it easy.